to That Wrestling Podcast.
And welcome to That Wrestling Podcast. It is myself, Brian. We've got Kevin and Joe in the house today. Jay may or may not be joining us. As they say in the wrestling business, card subject to change. And I guess that applies to podcasts too.
Ooh.
Fellas, how we do? How we doing? Are we feeling the pinch of the last days of summer? Because I certainly am. I'm saying it. We're talking truths here.
Yeah, we're talking our truths here.
We could talk our truths here too. We had a big moment on SmackDown. Yeah.
I'll say this. Before recording tonight, I cut my grass and it was still like 88 degrees. Yeah. It's still going to be in the upper 80s, 90s for like the next week plus. So summer might be coming closer to the end. Mm-hmm. But I'd like a nice little transition into fall. I just don't want to like get when it goes, it's 90 degrees. Then it's like line in the sand, 50 degrees.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
But
your son's already in school too. So that's got to be a little feeling about
it. Like a week. Already. Right. So crazy. It is crazy. So that makes the summer kind of feel a little bit shorter, right?
Yeah.
If we look at it like that. But I'll tell you this. Summer might be coming to a close, but wrestling's hotter than ever.
Look at you. Wow. Unbelievable. How can you follow that, Joe? Any possible way?
That was That Wrestling Podcast.
All right.
So just
that WrestlePod. Yeah, no.
And just, be good to each other and enjoy wrestling.
That's right. We can actually talk actual wrestling though. I think we can fit that in just a little bit. And
this isn't That Weather Podcast, the new TWP.
Meteorology After Dark, yes.
We got meteorologist Joey Storm. No, that is not my name.
Go to the Doppler. No. We'll talk traditional pro wrestling. Let's start off with the guy who's really been the talk of basically the last week, I'd say, a week plus here, and that's Karrion Kross and Scarlett, of course, as leading up to SummerSlam, all the talk was, his contract's coming to a close. He hasn't gotten a deal. And then Sunday, he was moved to the alumni section on the WWE.com site. Later on Sunday night, they released the my contract's ending, basically a documentary put out by Kross that talked really about the past, 2 months, I'd say. Of course, he's promoting his book, and along with that, with all the appearances and talking about just what's been going on with him and the company. So I think we can safely say, but maybe not officially, the whole topic was, is he released? Is he, or just working everyone? Is this a crazy work? And I think everybody has a little PTSD from what happened to R-Truth this summer, and the Seth Rollins injury, air quotes, injury, right? But I think today, kind of, at least this is the latest, he did his first interview after the expiring of the contract with Ariel Helwani today. And he flat out started with just are you in character right now, or are you just talking to me? Are you working the fans? And he denied it, right? And they just kind of continued on about just everything going on with it. And, the bottom line is he didn't have a contract offer for a long time. He did get one. He wanted to learn more about why the contract was a certain way. They refused to tell him that. And they pulled the offer within 24 hours, is what he said. But bottom line, too, and if you guys watch the documentary, he wants to be in WWE. He wants to retire there. Talked about being reprimanded for acknowledging the fans supporting him these past couple of months. And yeah, kind of the thoughts, but just with us texting, guys, about is this a work? Is this a shoot? Jay had a great point. He said, where if it was a shoot, he'd have his pro wrestling tee store up. And then Joe, 3 hours later, you said the link, here's his pro wrestling tee store. So it seems like this is a shoot. What do you guys make of this whole situation? Or are we convinced that his contract has expired and kind of this is the new reality for Karrion, or I guess now Killer Cross?
I'll go. I think you asked the question, is it his contract really expired? I think we're all in agreement. Yes, right. He's no longer an employee with old Titan Sports or invited to Titan
TKO.
Towers. I think that it's almost I did read that with the contract, Scarlett was not offered to
Correct.
come back. So I think maybe that's what he was maybe prying into a little bit more of why. Uh, and I think just with that, it's his wife, right? So he's not going to want to come back and stay away for a long time. If you have Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae, no offense to them, I think they're fantastic talent, but they're not up to the level of Karrion Cross and Scarlett. They like those two do it for me.
Scarlett may
Johnny,
not have had a contract offer, but
I'm switching that one,
have
Kevin.
we always have a contract offer for Jason to be on the pod. Welcome.
Hey,
but with
I-
maybe it's a Triple H or the powers that be in WWE said, okay, we'll take it away. Go prove yourself and make us want us to bring you back with something more, right? If it's more money, if it's more of a prominent role. The only thing, and believe me, I'm totally not wanting this to happen. I've not subscribed to any OnlyFans in my life, like one person on this thing right now.
Wow.
Scarlett,
at least I admitted it. Most men would never admit.
It was for the show.
It wasn't
That
even
doesn't,
like
make, that doesn't make it better.
Especially a married man
it was like $5.
would not
wasn't it?
admit to it.
Yeah.
And it was for research for this goddamn show. Like I'm here tonight and like the $400 fucking ring Brian made me buy for this show.
Yeah, mine
So
didn't.
don't judge me.
What jeopardized your
Kevin.
what jeopardized your marriage more, the OnlyFans or the $400 ring? It could go either way, guys.
Flip the coin.
I would say the ring.
I know that's a lot of money. That's what I'm saying.
But I feel that
Anyway, yes.
that's probably going to be a temptation. I don't know what kind of level of things there are with OnlyFans, right? But I just feel like when you get a very pretty lady in pro wrestling that's not in pro wrestling anymore, I just feel like that's like the next move.
Sure.
But I feel that Karrion's just going to go kick some major ass. GCW's in Indy in like a couple weeks. That would be amazing if he pops up there. If he
Are you
does,
gonna go?
I'll go 100%. 2 hour
Don't
drive.
say 100%. That's doesn't work on
That's
this
Joe's
show.
gimmick.
That's Joe's thing.
Yeah,
He's
why are
always
you stealing my gimmick?
100% wrong.
I think Jason should go next because this is like you've been a cross guy forever. So
been
I'm
fine,
glad
I've
that
been-
you're here.
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple days, but I actually did watch the Cross interview on Helwani, which is what I'm guessing you're talking about.
Right.
Mhm.
And I still think it's a work.
Wow. Even though Ariel flat out said, like, basically, you're not working me, bro, right?
Workers work.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
I loved the interview. The guy is as genuine as it comes, for a guy that plays a psychopath on TV and, the physicality that he brings to it. I mean, that interview, he said that when he got let go a couple years ago, he almost went to BKFC, which is bare knuckle fighting. He has a fighting background. If you've watched his blood sport matches, you can tell, like, that's kind of like a working
Right.
thing, and it's awesome. But look, I think it's a work. I don't want to see him in AEW, not because of whatever, and Coney's not here, so don't think me mentioning AEW is going to bring him back. But look, it's the best part of wrestling. It is. And I don't know if you've covered it. I asked last week, does anyone care about R-Truth? Does anyone really care about Cross now that he's gone? Because Monday night, that crowd in Quebec sucked.
It's interesting, right?
They were non-existent. A couple random signs. And I don't know if just Canadians are stupid or they're phony or they never really wanted to be in the cross business to begin with. But I don't know what that's all about.
Oh, nice. I will say at least because that was Sami Zayn territory.
Montreal.
I don't think it's
right. I mean, it's still Canadian. Like I could see
I
maybe
think-
not a big a sentiment, but I'll be curious. I don't know where SmackDown is this week.
I think that
see if it continues at all.
WWE
Boston and Philly.
Okay,
was
so
brilliant.
so that could
No,
certainly happen.
that's SmackDown and Raw are Boston and Philly. I don't know what order.
So I could certainly see chance there if this is a whole thing. Yep.
the Quebec thing, I think WWE was brilliant the way they started Raw because they started with CM Punk. How you gonna chant for someone else when your first guy is CM Punk,
Well,
the one
if,
who had 10 years of CM Punk chats?
if all
So-
of you people in Quebec, Canada, that's even a real place, knew what the fuck you were talking about,
A boot.
a boot, you know,
Can anyone
eating your
speak French
poutine.
on this show? No.
stop eating your poutine and fucking
Wow.
chant, "We want Cross."
I love.
Yeah, and
poutine.
then
Because-
of course it's like people are saying, well, they were taking our signs away. No, they weren't.
No,
No, they weren't.
nobody can confirm that.
No one can confirm
Because
it.
idiots on the For You
Oh,
section
not
of
again,
Twitter
Jay.
I
would
said
be
up.
filming that shit and putting it
No.
right up immediately seeking clout. That's all those fucking idiots would do.
Oh my god. Okay.
Shut up, Brian.
Enough of the For You. We get it. We get it. Don't look at it.
But I'm
anymore.
not
for
Tell
your
me
health.
when I'm telling lies.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're fair enough. Fair
Fuck,
enough.
man.
I mean, I'm glad that we're talking about we gave you Brock. He's back, so that's all that really
Yeah.
matters right now.
And Ariel brought that up. And
I know.
and Cross said that he may have misheard or he has a very dry sense of humor
Yeah.
and knew exactly what he's doing. And I'm saying it's the latter. He knew
I do too.
exactly
Oh,
what he was
100%.
doing.
I would think
Do you
so.
not remember the after Royal Rumble 2015, his promo the next night on Raw is like, I'm calling my friend Mark to cancel the network. I'm like, he did that on television. It's like, yep, he knows what he's doing. He didn't just pick a random name, Mark.
Yeah.
So I think it's got us talking about him. This is the most we've talked about him in a very long time. Besides Jason, that's why I
Thank
said
you.
I gave you your
Collectively.
props.
Joe
I
said
that
we.
you were.
Joe said we.
I said we, as all of us. I think it's a work that will eventually. I think it's a work now, but who knows? Like maybe Quebec was the Montreal was the test, and they
It was
didn't get the
Quebec
response.
City. It was not
It was Quebec City.
Montreal.
They were getting they didn't get the response. So this could be a work that turns into a shoot. Like, well, you're not exactly getting the traction we thought you were going to get.
Because
Like,
they're
we need to-
gone, out of sight, out of mind. Fucking idiots in
Yeah.
the For You section are dumb, just like Quebec. Quebec
Another-
is the For You of the Canada. They're
Quebec.
idiots.
Interesting.
I will say this.
But there was one thing I have to say what Kevin said earlier about Scarlett and Cross being a better fit for WWE than Gargano and Candice LeRae. Couldn't disagree more on that one.
Oh,
Oh,
Wow.
Candice LeRae brings more to the table than Scarlett does.
because she jumps
You-
off a ladder.
Yeah, she's
a
physical in
wrestler.
the ring. She's a
In-
wrestler.
Correct. Well, Scarlett. never
It's
got
a
shot.
wrestling company. I know it's an entertaining company, but it's a wrestling company first.
Kev, if you're bored, I know that's hard because I know you're T-balling a lot now and not a sexual reference. You're
I
T-balling
was
now.
gonna say, dang.
Look up Scarlett and TNA when she was the Smoke Show. I had no idea it was borderline porn, and it was so entertaining at the time because I had no idea who she was or any of this background. So Scarlett and TNA is a good watch. Cross in Lucha Underground when he was the White Rabbit, fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. I know I just cut off everybody. I don't know what you were saying, Joe, or Kevin.
Oh no, it was
whoever.
about the
entertainment
the-
value and wrestlers.
entertainment value and wrestlers, and I mean it's just a like, let's just be honest, it's a bad idea to work with your wife anyway. So people don't do it.
There it
Don't do
Horrible
is.
it.
idea.
It's a
There it
horrible
is.
idea. Why would you?
100% a horrible idea.
100%. Who would want to do that?
Oh,
Timestamp this so she knows when to listen, Joe.
there's that meme of Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast where like, is he working or shooting here, brother? I don't know. I don't know what he's doing.
Jay brought up the point of the pro wrestling tees. If this is an entire swerve, right, and he's still here, that just makes it even better because you'll never be able to say, oh, it's stuff's on pro wrestling tees. It's probably real now. If it ends up being like a swerve, that's the ultimate swerve because that's what we always say. Oh, is it always up on pro wrestling tees? And
Brian,
If you remember, Kevin Owens did it for one day when there was the rumor of he didn't re-sign his contract. He had his Kevin Steen shirt shop up for one day.
Well, and Cross's store has been up the whole time. Killer Cross has been up the whole time.
Okay.
And yeah, like you said, Kevin Owens had the Steening, and you know, I mean, there might be listeners that don't know what the Pro Wrestling Tees model is. There's no cost it's no cost to them until someone buys the shirt. It's all just, it's made to order t-shirt printing is what Pro Wrestling Tees is. So if they don't, you know, they put the shirt up and, you know, nobody buys it, you know, it's kind of like us with whatamaneuver.net.
No loss. Yeah.
There's no loss for whatamaneuver.net. It's just until someone orders a shirt, that's when they have to print a shirt, and that's when they get paid. That's when we get paid. And so that's this whole thing of whether or not that was my thing. If he should have had that store up Monday morning, and goddamn, I wish I was a fly on the wall in New York City today when LaGreca found out that Cross was going to Hawani and not them. God, I don't listen to Busted Open that much anymore, but goddamn, I hope he threw a tantrum of epic proportions. He didn't get his way because he just started the first 24/7 channel. Blah, 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 blah. No, he went to the best interviewer in sports right now.
It is a fantastic interview.
So
Ariel and Cross was great too with all the responses. Like it's so good. So
an hour 14 worth your time.
Well worth your time.
And if you haven't watched the documentary that he put out on Sunday night, watch that too, because that just shows you a genuine person.
Watch the WrestleMania one. Watch the SummerSlam one, and watch the Hawani interview in that order. Because if you don't, or if you're not into Cross, or you're these idiots in Quebec, maybe those dumbasses need to fucking watch the Killer Part 1, Part 2 in the Hawani.
They don't have YouTube up there.
They don't?
No.
Well,
no, they have youtube.ca.com.
Oh, that's okay. So maybe it's not on there. I don't know.
I mean, Hawani's from Canada.
That's true. That's true.
Quebec
Ariel
idiots.
probably can get that over
Fuck
that
Quebec.
way.
Fuck Canada.
I'll say this. I'm under the impression now that this is a shoot. I could see him coming back, but my bigger question is, why did this happen? Why, if this is a shoot, if they did let his contract expire, why? Because again, like, he was having new merchandise made. He's in a high profile feud. We just saw basically the exact opposite with Ashanti the Adonis. He was down at NXT, former Hit Row guy, and he hasn't been on NXT in probably 2 months. And I think
he's been on. He's been on with the girls. I
haven't seen him lately.
Well, I know there was a time you weren't watching, but he had been on quite a bit. I mean, recently, maybe not, but
yeah.
But look, man, nobody's chanting, "We want Ashanti D. Adonis."
I agree, and that's my point. Is like, here's a guy that they kind of just let fade away, and then he didn't have a match at the NXT takeover this last one, and now his contract expired, and he's a free agent. Why would they put this on Cross to have all this high profile stuff? And it's either A, it is a work and they're just building to the biggest thing ever, or B, the only thing I can think of is we know that WWE sometimes in the past has not liked it when people get over by themselves and it's not the plan.
Like organically.
Yeah,
exactly.
like Cardona did.
like Cardona did.
Daniel Bryan.
Heck, even Daniel
Daniel
Bryan for a
Bryan.
long time.
time.
You know,
Kofi.
there's
You can even say CM Punk
Kofi
too.
to a degree.
Kofi,
Yeah,
yep.
CM Punk. Yeah, so it's like, is that what it was? Like, it's very puzzling to me because here's a guy that seems he's like ready for the rocket launch. And unless it is the work of all works, and he comes out at Clash in Paris or, save it to the Royal Rumble, I don't know. It
No, keep
just
him away from
seems
French people or French Canadians. No,
that's true. That's true. Stay away
Quebec
from any
City.
French speak. Yes, I get it. Any French speaking territory, don't go to.
Well,
So it's a bizarre situation, guys.
what I love about this, the surprise factor, I fucking love it. And even if he doesn't come back, whatever. This is Brian thinking the GCW fans were going to kill Matt Cardona.
I hold true to that.
You literally thought they were going to kill him with a
They
pizza
were
cup.
not happy. Yeah.
But yeah, man, this whole thing has been
Wild.
of suspense of epic proportions. And I can't wait. I bought the book. The book came yesterday. Amazon.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it too. I
50 it
finished
was
the
only like
NWO
50
book.
So I'm in the middle of the NWO book.
I finished that one.
I bought the 2 books by the guy that runs the Savannah Bananas.
Oh God.
No, I love that stuff, man. It's so cool, and I love the business side of it. Maybe we can learn something or two about that. Maybe we start doing like weird dances like Brian used to do back in the day, and yeah, it could be a good time. But then I got the Cross book, so I think Cross might jump the Bananas books.
Looks like we're starting a TWP book club here, guys. All right.
Yeah, maybe. Kevin, do you read for fun?
I listen.
I listen.
Audiobooks?
Brian, do
Okay.
you read for fun?
Not frequently.
Well,
Okay,
shit, he's had my
so-
Eric Bischoff controversy creates cash for
It's around
20
here
years
somewhere.
now.
It's around
Well,
here
Kevin
somewhere.
Well,
just
I
returned
do have
the
a
Jericho
copy if
book.
you want to borrow it.
I want
Can I borrow that from you?
No,
So
I
I'm
don't.
gonna give it.
back.
I'm gonna
I
give it to
back
Jay.
the Jericho book.
I know
Fun-
you gave
fun-
me back the Jericho
It was
book.
only
You had
15
it for like
years or
15
something.
years.
Fun sidebar. Last weekend I went to Steel City Con and I went to meet Mike Tyson, which was cool.
Yeah.
Bischoff was there.
Oh, nice.
Kane was there too in his mask, but wearing a fucking Tennessee t-shirt. And I'm like, nah. But if Bischoff was not at his table when I walked by, if he was, I was gonna go up and tell him that story. And I even was gonna get you an 8x10. And it would be like, Brian, give Jason his book back. Or, but he was not there, and I had to bounce.
That's awesome.
Mike Tyson, not very chatty, actually not chatty at all.
Oh, well,
And when he does his signings, like you guys have been to like some sort of convention before where you walk up to the table, they're sitting on a table and they sign. Tyson was in an enclosed curtain area because I guess he has like a severe anxiety thing. And I get it. I wouldn't want people fucking filming and taking pictures of me when they haven't paid for it, like from the back. But
so the only time you saw him was when you stepped in the curtain, and it's like
yeah.
just you and him essentially.
Well,
And
and more intimate. That's cool.
And then
It
he
is
punched you in the
cool.
face.
he ate my shoot my ear. That's why I'm wearing the head. He actually bit my ear. That's why I'm wearing the headphones. No, I didn't do any pictures. I had a couple freebie autographs. So I got 2 gloves and a Funko Pop sign. And then I gave one of the gloves to a friend who almost made him cry. But I won't tell you who that is until we get off the air. But he almost cried.
That's
It
awesome.
was not Kevin. Kevin cries at everything. So
Yeah.
but
He didn't
yeah,
cry at Brett.
almost did.
Almost.
did.
It was just dry. It was too
The
dry
best,
in the ear.
best tears there was, best tears there is,
No,
best tears there ever will be.
But yeah, so books, I did buy the Cross book, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to get into it. So
It's been a wild week of carrying Cross stuff. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Just a couple quick things. Naomi, this one, not medically cleared. There's rumors there may be a little Naomi and Jimmy Uso on the way. That's a rumor.
she's pregnant.
That's a rumor.
Wow.
That's
I'm
a
not
rumor.
I haven't heard that.
confirming, and that's just the rumor. I think she's on Stephanie's podcast, so maybe
They
there's a
both are.
They
chance.
both
they-
are. They both
yeah.
are.
I don't
Maybe
know if like announce
They'll
it
announce
there.
it.
Yeah, who knows? But any event, she's not medically clear. We don't know, maybe she will be back on Monday, but if not, if she does have to relinquish the title, which would absolutely suck because what a run she's had these past, 5-6 months. Who would you have as the next champ? How would you want to do the title match?
Tournament.
That's the go-to, right?
No.
Okay.
Every woman on the roster. Make it like fucking March Madness.
Oh,
Let
cool.
Let it run until fucking Royal Rumble. I don't give a shit.
I like that.
Wait,
I
but
would love a huge ass tournament. Like back in the day, NWA used to do the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup. Now it's known as the Crockett Cup in this version of the NWA. But the Crockett Cup back in the day was like a weekend event in like Greensboro, North Carolina. I would love an ongoing tournament, or on the flip side, something like an all day or a weekend tournament, 2-night event, or just have it draw out on Raw over a few months. And as far as who wins, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't. Everyone wins. Everyone wins except for Naomi. But if they are having a kid, I guess they do win. And then the fucking bloodline grows and grows and grows.
A tournament. True. Oh man, if only Coney was here, he'd be flipping out over that one. But he's not here, so it's all good. Yeah. A tournament, yeah, it's not bad. I just hope they don't do something along the lines of like a fatal 4-way, because that's what they're doing with the men in Paris. So, I like the idea of a tournament, but not every woman on the roster, because it's the Raw Championship, just every woman on Raw, not on SmackDown.
No, let them all go. Let's get Wendy Chu versus Charlotte Flair in this tournament, man.
And I would like to see Chelsea Green win that tournament then.
Fair.
Okay. Yeah.
Fair.
Because she can be the ultimate transitional champion, but make her even more obnoxious with the character. She was like, with the U.S. champion. She did more with the U.S. championship than anyone else has, period. We still consider her she still has her secret Hervis. So having her win this whole thing would be amazing.
Did you guys see her on NXT last night or Tuesday night?
I missed it.
Piper referred to her as the Golden Beaver. That is fucking hilarious. I have not seen Cardona respond at all. You know how like there's codes like when you're talking on like radio?
Oh, yeah.
It's like Golden Beaver.
Blue hen is
Golden Beaver. Referred to as a Golden Beaver.
That's funny. Okay. That is funny.
That's the only thing I remember from NXT because I was flipping around. But goddamn, Golden Beaver. You went to the Golden Beaver Dome, Brian, back in your day?
That's right. It was the CCBC Beaver Golden Dome. That's right. It's Community College of Beaver County. Okay.
Golden
Beaver County.
Dome.
That's right.
Loved it.
The CCBC.
What about you, Brian? What is your thought?
I seem to come up with this whenever these scenarios happen, that like I want like an elimination match. Like I'm sick
of a gauntlet?
No, not like a gauntlet. I want like 4 in the ring, like Survivor Series style. Where like somebody gets a pin and then that person's out. Now it's a triple threat. And somebody gets pinned as 2. Like I don't know if we'll start with 5 or 6.
Why don't we do an Adam Lee original and make it the 60, like the 6 people in the ring? And
that's fine. Anything like that. I'm fine with that. And I would go with a wild card and say, let's give it to Lyra. Yes, not for you, Joe. Not for you.
That means she'll be on PLEs.
Don't be picking her like my idea. But yeah, she can't challenge Becky for the IC. What a way to just continue the momentum. Let's have her be the champ and, see where it goes. I still think she's got a lot of momentum, and that would be an amazing thing for her to win that title.
And I feel like she's lost. I feel like her character now, it's kind of like when Kofi lost his Jamaican accent. She used to be about the bird wings, and now she just looks like a normal woman. Like, I feel like this is Kofi losing his Jamaican accent.
Okay.
But I do like the idea
Something to monitor.
of her winning. Yeah. Kev?
I think newly coming persona from Bayley. I think it
took it right kind of will work my next note.
Kind of nicely in there. I just don't want it to see. I want Naomi to come out and still be that heel when she announces it to the crowd, not like a Becky, you go be a champion when I go be a mother type of thing. I want Naomi to be like, y'all had to proceed with caution. Jimmy didn't, like, or something like throw
Jimmy
that
didn't
out
pull
there.
out.
Kind of blame Jimmy, like blur the lines a little bit, and then because she's so good being that heel, she smiles a lot. She speaks the truth 90% of the time.
This is the only way you can get the championship off me.
Exactly. Like, oh yeah, the only way you get championship off me is Jimmy not getting off me, or something like
Getting off in her.
It's not ECW.
right.
You can't get off on all that stuff.
You can get off in her.
Or get away with that. Sorry.
No, you're not.
No, you said it right.
Throw something like that to throw a little bit of fun into it. But congratulations to them. They'll probably make a very athletic kid. It
does
just sucks so
allegedly.
bad because Naomi was
finally got something that we care about.
I know.
It was like that roller coaster that goes up like 300 feet tall. She was still going up
and then comes back down.
And then it just, I feel like
backwards.
It's just 90 miles an hour down. But Becky left, came back, and it was amazing. I hope when Naomi comes back, who knows, maybe she won't want to come back. You know, motherhood might change a woman.
According to Jason, she'll be back in 9 months.
8.5 if we're lucky.
She's so
she better
athletic.
be back for WrestleMania. At least night 2.
Class. Oh, that's true. Give it an extra night. Yes.
And give her an extra night to recoup.
She'll be fine.
Let the vag, heal up and go from there.
Okay.
Geez, well, in that case, give her one extra night Raw after Mania. Come on.
Oh, the surprise return. Okay. Wow,
That's
Kevin,
right.
you're nicer.
Let's be
than
courteous,
Jason.
guys.
That's right.
Well, I mean,
No, but kudos to her.
being in Raw is what caused this situation.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. This damn rumor mills of the dirt sheets. We'll see. We'll have to see. But Kevin, you did say it. That stood out to me was Bayley's promo.
Yeah.
This seems like, and I always get interested in things like this because obviously she was like self-doubting herself, and it seemed like somebody like her who's been around for so long that this could be like a big like character shift. It has me intrigued. Did you guys have any sort of feelings like that? Like I did.
Maybe she's pregnant and going away for a while.
Maybe.
I'm doubting myself. I can't do this. I can't keep up. Then she goes away, comes back in a year, shaved head, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, congratulations to Jimmy Uso again. Then.
All
There we
right.
go.
Uso crazy.
Big
All right.
Jim.
Comes back like a very
Uso
taller
horny.
Serena Deeb. No.
Yeah.
I look. Bayley has been hit or miss with me. Like I just feel like it's exciting, dull, and literally it's just like it's continuous wave. But the vignette or not vignette, the little sit down this past Monday, it got me pumped. I'm the excitement's there. I just want to see what comes next because it's just like I don't want to see her being a supportive role in that Lyra and Becky like waste of time. I don't want to see her being a supportive role. Let's do damage control and be cheesy, blah blah blah. No, I want to see her be solo. I want to see her be a badass. I want her to be awesome. That's it. With that championship around her waist, if she wins it by tournament, battle royal, Brian, if she wins it, a 5-on-5 war games match where the winning team then goes into a 5-person elimination match. Like
and then they play Fortnite.
Let's get crazy.
Let's get crazy. Bayley makes sense to me.
All right.
But honestly, there's so many women you can. If Jordan Grace wasn't in a great thing with Blake Monroe, perfect way to make her main roster. Like they have a lot to figure out, but they have so many talented women that they literally can make anything truly happen.
You know what I love about that, Kevin?
Hmm.
In 4.5 years of doing this show, this might be the first time you have talked about women competitors without making some she's got a great booty.
I'm
or
behaving,
she's
man.
fine. Or this is the first time.
I've talked about
so
Bayley
proud of you, man.
for at least
So
3.5 minutes, and I didn't talk about anything about that Brazilian butt lift.
Oh yeah. Well, they said that on the show, so it's fair game. It's fair game. I know Nia accused her of that, and that's actually a thing that happened. Joe, did anything with that Bayley promo pique your interest?
Yeah, I'm hoping that she goes on her own, like the role model character before, like when she came out against Charlotte and killed the Bayley buddies. That was when she was interesting to me. It was when like the first heel turn. And go to that dark side again because she can handle it and she can bring it in the ring too. And she doesn't like have to win matches. She can lose matches by DQ because she goes overboard. I want to see her just flip that switch, not like Nikki Cross, like, going crazy switch, more like the I'm frustrated and I don't care anymore. I don't care
Yeah.
about friends. I don't care about the cheer me, whatever. I got to do something for me because I feel like a loser right now. So I was down with that.
All right. Yeah. That's kind
Stay
of the
away
vein
from
I was
Lyra.
having. Yeah. Lyra kind of said, like, I didn't do that. I don't know why she's acting that way. So I don't know. Maybe there's more to come there still.
Listen, Bayley, I get it. Lyra's frustrating. I felt that way too. So
You're a Bayley buddy when it comes to Lyra, man.
Did you
Tell
leave?
you what. Jay, yeah, so we're getting Seth Rollins, CM Punk, LA Knight, Jey Uso, a 4-way at Clash in Paris.
Okay.
What does that do for you? Anything?
Well, it proves that Jey Uso is Jeff Hardy. He is not a viable title contender anymore. He should not be around this, but he will be the one to take the pin.
Okay.
I don't know.
See that?
It's interesting to see LA Knight in this level, in this company of talent of this level. Not that he's not good. I mean, the guy's been awesome, with TNA and Eli Drake and, on the indies and stuff like that. But this is, I mean, look, if they want to shock everyone, have him win it. But I don't think that's going to happen. I will bet you all a case of Slim Jims, LA Knight will not win the title.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he won't win.
It's a great point, though. Seth Rollins, champ. CM Punk, former champ. Jey Uso, former champ. Not LA Knight. So
I'm 100% guaranteeing he's not going to win the championship.
Not again.
I
No,
will
not-
put
not
my
a Clash in
spot
Paris.
on. No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
I'm
in Clash in Paris. Eventually, maybe
No.
he could get it eventually, but
I have a better chance of being champ than LA Knight.
No.
Yes.
No. I could see it
Yeah.
happening.
This
It's
is
just not
Sami
the time
Zayn.
yet.
This is Sami Zayn. I have a better chance of being champ than Sami Zayn too.
you also said that you have a better chance of winning the championship again before Jey Uso gets the championship again.
That too. Sure. Put it on the list.
I could see LA Knight taking the pin, or to just screw everyone over, have CM Punk eating the pin.
I think Jey Uso is going to take the pin because he's on
Okay,
the
so
down.
now we know what our side
Bonus question.
pick, the
Yeah.
bonus question is going to be: is who eats the pin?
Yep. Well, the picks aren't locked in. We can change our mind in a couple weeks, but yes, that's one thing we'll put on there for that. Kev, yeah, well, what do you make of this 4-way, man? Some interesting dynamics.
I think it's a great way to get 4 top level guys in a match. And it I don't know if Clash in Paris is currently sold out. I don't know if they're looking to sell more tickets, but it's a great way to get Jey Uso, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and hey, kudos to LA Knight. I thought the main event in the opening with him and Punk and Heyman and the Bronze was just fine. I thought the main event, he looks like he belonged there. Maybe this is a test from management saying, hey, we're giving you a shot, sink or swim time. Because he's always been key with the crowd. He's always kind of peeked over that fence, like in Cardona's back in the day, like,
Trying to
get over.
Trying to get over, can't get over. In the ring with the big guys. With the crowd, yes. But you are in there now with 3 of the best, and 2 of them are faces. Now you're a face. You're going in there trying to be bigger faces in this match and try to be bigger than CM Punk and Jey Uso. I give him credit. I say congrats to him for making it. I hope he just doesn't get left behind, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, and I think they're
And I guess
positioning
he's
him well.
officially part of Raw now.
I presume, yeah, that kind
Because
of
Jey Uso welcomed him to Raw.
he did.
So it's like, it's like, was there a trade? What's going on? Are they
Yeah.
going to move someone off Raw to SmackDown
A wrestler to be named later, to
like they did with Kevin
SmackDown.
Owens?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I like how they're positioned. I like how LA Knight has been saying, like, to Jey Uso, like, the line's behind me. Like, I'm coming for this. He stood up to Punk and stated his case. Like, I think he's being positioned really well. I also would not think at this time that, yeah, he's walking out of Paris as the champion, but I still think there's maybe some more story there that it could be down the road if that's the direction they're headed to. Quick things on SmackDown. So
How
yeah,
great was SmackDown, by the way? It was the greatest SmackDown in the history of SmackDown.
Joe, what'd you think of
Every
SmackDown?
match was great.
What I got out of SmackDown is I hate Peter the Hut because there were way too many commercial breaks. Way too many commercial breaks.
But he saved the
Jason,
wedding. He saved the wedding.
No, Jason, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And
I
if it was
loved
on
it.
longer, I would have enjoyed it more. But I actually had a stopwatch going where it would be like a 3-minute segment, then
Oh,
4
don't be
minutes
one
of
of those
commercials.
guys.
No,
He
but it
was
was
that
just like
guy.
I haven't seen that many commercials in a really long time. On like since they moved back to USA because Fox had commercials all the time because it was network television. Cable can get away with it, and they didn't. And I don't know why, but I'm hoping this Friday they lay back out on the commercial breaks because there were way too many of them this week.
I mean, we had John Cena and Cody Rhodes. We had Logan Paul. I mean, there was. I literally, when it was over, I'm like, wow, that was a great fucking SmackDown because it just felt like every match was pay-per-view quality.
Yeah.
It was really good. Commercials aside, Joe. Okay, I got you.
He saved the wedding. Cheap wedding with Pizza Hut as your food.
It's a meat lovers.
They must not be Italian because you get judged for that.
That's not the only thing that got stuffed on the wedding night. The crust did too. I know. Cody and Drew. We're getting that. We're getting Cena and Logan Paul. And as it looks like we'll get into the rumor of Cena and Brock is a little later. So we're getting Cena and Logan now. I think these are both excellent directions.
Yeah.
You guys,
agree.
yeah, right?
100%.
Yeah.
And we had Cena blaming R-Truth for the heel turn. I
That's
can't believe
funny.
you did all of that stuff.
Yeah.
You
That's
made
funny.
that kid in Brussels cry.
And,
So smart.
oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah. That was good too. And that like, God, that's one thing I will say is that I definitely saw some people going like, well, wait, like R-Truth ain't like the serious guy anymore. It's okay.
It's over.
Like it
was over when you idiots in the For You section of Twitter, all this outrage about R-Truth. Shut up. Fucking from Canada.
It's fine.
Idiots.
It's fine to be who he is. He can be serious later, but I thought that was really good. Really, really good. Yeah. I love the direction they're going. I think, it's we're getting kind of conditioned to like, you don't lose the title unless it's at WrestleMania. But fuck, I'd be happy if Drew beat Cody.
That'd be great.
I'd be fine with that. Drew's the man. Kev, Joe, I mean, is this like a zero chance of happening?
I wouldn't mind it. Do I think it's going to happen? I think it is about as equally as chance happening as LA Knight beating that in that fatal 4-way.
Now,
But if it did happen, I wouldn't be mad. So that's the flip side. I would not be mad. But it's not like, do I want it to happen? I want that match to be great. I want that
I'm
match to be
excited for
great that they
match.
wrestle again from that. But that leaves the intrigue because Drew just looks so dangerous in that ring. Could Logan beat Cena? I wish that Cena wasn't retiring so that could be a program, not just a couple weeks to one match next, couple weeks, one match next, because that's what we're getting with Cena, right? We're not getting any long-term storytelling. Well, I guess technically we're getting a lot of final chapters and a lot of storytelling with Cena, but I think it's going to be an amazing match. I think that, but that last SmackDown, Brett was so pumped all during the week. Oh, we got to watch SmackDown on Friday night. We got to watch SmackDown on Friday night. But he was bummed because of Brock wasn't there. Because when he showed up from, SummerSlam, he's like, oh, the big guy's back. Because he recognized
Ryback isn't back.
size and everything. And Brock came out looking like a Viking
cowboy.
farmer cowboy. So it's like, then because he has the wrestling buddy in his room or one of the brawler
okay,
buddies.
yeah.
So then I'm like, buddy, that's Brock. And he ran up and he brought it down because on SmackDowns when he knows that people are going to be there and like advertised, he'll bring them down. like in the living room. So
I mean, I've said it a million times. We should be watching wrestling as kids because then that's the perfect example. And Drew is someone that will become champ before I do. So I have no doubt.
We agree.
how old do
Drew's
you guys think
Drew's
Drew is?
legit.
Drew, I think's 40.
Late 30s.
40, 41,
How old do you guys think Karrion Kross is?
40.
Not too far
He
off.
is 40. He is 40.
Yeah.
I looked earlier. Drew is 40 as well. They're right around the same exact birthday.
And
Drew's,
CM Punk
June.
is 47 and our LA Knights 41, combined 100. Thank you,
not-
Braun
Steiner
Breaker,
math.
for
Steiner
bringing back
math.
Steiner math.
What
I
are
don't
you
think
going
that
to do? He said.
That was not on purpose.
What are you going to
What
do?
are you gonna do? You're 47. You're 41. You're like 100. You're 100 combined.
Right. What
No,
a
you're
what
not.
a line. What are you going to do? That's great, man.
So good.
Okay, since we're all four here, we can talk a little bit about WWE Unreal. We put a pause on that last week since Kevin wasn't here. Jay, I believe you've seen the most because I've seen about half. Joe was boycotting. Kevin will talk about what he has to say in a few. So Jay, give us your overall enjoyment and takeaways from WWE Unreal.
Wait, we gotta
on
do the
Netflix.
vote. Are we going to talk about it first?
Yes.
Because we were waiting for Kevin to get.
Yes, we're talking about it.
We
So
got to talk about that. We're all here.
go get a go get a drink, Joe.
Pretend it's a commercial break.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Wait, was that Pizza the Hut?
Yeah, there you go.
Peter's
Exactly.
at my door. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yep. There's a wedding.
I
distraction.
loved Unreal. And because it's all stuff that we knew, like it's time based. This was January to April, and maybe in the season 2, we'll get the SummerSlam stuff, the Cross stuff, and more. My favorite part was Triple H directing the Cena heel turn. I love that part, Brian. I imagine you did too. But my favorite episode is the final episode, which is all WrestleMania.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say too much because I know you haven't watched it. I mean, it's probably going to take you 6 more months to get through these 5 episodes. But my favorite was the final, and my best part was Triple H directing. Look, Charlotte had a great episode arc too about her. Chelsea Green was really good too. Even funnier that they did not mention her husband, which I'm sure pissed him off to no end. But yeah, it's really good. And this is meant, for people who don't watch wrestling to kind of learn what it's all about, and they can see it.
Yeah.
There's my wife is watching some show about hunting wives, and I think there's a lot of sex in it and killing and guns.
Yep.
But scanning through, Unreal is one of the first things up on the display screen. So it may get more people to watch, much like Total Divas did back in the day. It got women to watch.
Yeah. And that's probably one of my takeaways too is, this is definitely the peek behind the curtain. That's not it is to like smarten up people who really don't know. And there's things that I learned. I mean, I love just learning about like the creation of the gorilla position as far as like Triple H sits here and over here. Billy Kidman is the timer, like making sure we're on time. And I loved seeing the
Abyss.
Abyss is in there, and they're talking about like how he would go over with the production truck, like, okay, on this part of the match, you're gonna shoot a close up. And like things like that, like, all right, Punk's gonna look up at the top of the cage. Like those are things I'm like, wow, we are that detailed on how these are produced and how these are made for TV. That shit's awesome to me. I love seeing that.
What about you, Kev? Have you watched it? What do you think of it?
I was mentioning a little bit earlier. So listening last week, and Joe gave a little bit of optimism on waiting for the vote. Let's see what Kevin thinks. Okay, maybe it's not, I might not watch it, but I might get to it. I've started watching a lot. I scroll a lot during night when I should be sleeping on like Facebook videos, right? And through the course of that, I was mentioning to Brian and Joe, there was one specifically that was like, it was Tiffany and Charlotte in the ring, and Triple H was talking to, I think it was Michael Hayes. He was like, was that planned? Did she go off script? Blah, blah, blah. And and they brought him back. And that's why I kind of figured that was like part of that Unreal. Then it intrigued me. Then I found another one. And then it's like, it learned the algorithm. So I feel like over the course, maybe I've watched 10 to 15 minutes of, a couple minutes of an episode there, a couple minutes of an episode there. I'm going to end up watching it.
You
A
should
couple
watch
weeks
it.
ago, I was like, I wasn't opposed to it. I wasn't pro. I wasn't con. But now I'm like, okay, I'm interested. It's got
All right.
me. It's got me interested. But I also
Joe-
think I don't want to miss
He
out.
can't hear
It's
you. He
almost like
can't hear
the-
you.
It's almost like the FOMO as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah, I gotcha. Jay, one more point on it too, since
Joe,
you've seen
Joe
it
likes the strudel. We have found out.
all.
And he can't hear me.
I
By the way, I
I
could hear you.
I could.
I told you Peter was at the door, so I got a breadstick from him. All good.
Ah,
Look at that. Problem solved. I definitely saw at least some people go like, if you don't think that those guys like played it up for the cameras,
well, of course they did.
okay, so you're thinking like,
it's
that's what I'm
still a
saying.
TV
Like,
show,
are
right?
are we still like we're even though we're behind the
Yeah,
curtains, we're still
yeah.
working like
They film
Triple H hugging
everything.
Punk, saying like, "Don't forget your CM Punk," those
Yes.
things.
Look,
All
man.
right, okay.
They film everything, literally everything. There
Yeah.
are 5 or 6 guys walking around with the camera at all times. And then when you get these guys that have their own crews that are doing their own thing, and now this deal with Fanatics, Fanatics probably has cameras in there too. You know, they got all those podcasts lined up now through the Fanatics network, which I think is cool. But I don't care. I don't care. Tom, the movies aren't real.
No.
Nothing is. Reality TV, not real. I love the Jersey Shore. And Angelina has been a train wreck for 3.5 years now. Before she came back to Jersey Shore, she was an EMT. She was in charge of saving people's lives. She's not dumb. It's all fake. Nothing is
Right.
real on TV. Nothing. So if people are pissed off that they're playing up for the cameras, this, that, and the other, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the conversation about, well, no, I don't want to say it because Brian hasn't. There is a conversation in the WrestleMania episode,
Okay.
and you'll know what it is when they start talking about it.
Got
But that's a real conversation that happens. I've seen it happen at indie shows that I've been to and worked at. So, like, look, man, while some of it is played out or played up, a lot of it's not. So just take it for what it is. Don't be like these assholes from Quebec in the For You section of Twitter
all right.
and think you know everything because
All
you
right.
don't. You
Okay,
don't.
Stop the fight. Stop the fight.
The whole province of Quebec.
Right. Stop the
Well,
fight.
it's Montreal, but no, it is Quebec.
It is Quebec.
It's TKO Marchuka. All right.
Fuck off,
Man,
Canada.
10-9. 10-7.
10-7. I own
10-7
Canada's
Marchuka.
ass.
Okay. All
I
right.
own Canada's
The
ass.
fight's over.
10-7. It's never over.
Did fight
Never.
forever.
Fight for you.
I'm an American
Fight
hero.
for you. Okay.
Man.
So I'll put you on the poll next year instead of
Yes.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Cody Rhodes.
Jason
Marchuka.
Marchuka. All right.
Sarge is here in December, so I'm gonna go see him.
Awesome. All right. I don't know if anybody got to see. I tried to watch the TMZ special on Hulk Hogan.
Nope.
My local Fox had a Tigers game on, which was then in a
Oh.
rain delay. So even the Tigers weren't on. So it was just shit out of luck. But I did see a clip of them interviewing Vince McMahon. And I thought this was at least interesting to spend a quick moment on how Harvey from TMZ interviewing Vince said, they're doing the 10 bell salute, the Hulk on Raw, and you're not there, Vince. And I got to imagine that brought out some strong feelings. And he basically said, yeah, it did. So yeah, my question is simple. If you were in charge of WWE, knowing the history of everything with Vince and Hogan, would you have invited him to be on that stage for the 10 bell salute?
It's not the history of Vince and Hogan. It's the history of Vince. And no, he would not be there.
I feel the same.
No, no, I wouldn't
Okay.
have invited him, but it's like it does open up the can of when he passes, what do they do?
I mean, look, we're gonna get all the WWE Vince he's gonna get everything. It's gonna probably be more than Hogan, I would imagine. But right now, no. There's no reason to bring him in. And then all the idiots in Quebec on the For You section of Twitter are going to go off about Vince McMahon being on TV. So, no.
Yeah.
They made the right call not having him. Fuck
We're
you,
all in
Canada.
agreement. We're all in agreement here because, I wouldn't want that distraction, to take away from what it was. But from what I read, Vince went to Hulk's funeral and he got to speak. And that's an appropriate thing to do. This isn't for the cameras. This isn't for a show. He went and spoke at the man's funeral where they gave him his last goodbye, right? So I think it was handled exactly how I would have handled it too.
That makes sense.
Yes, exactly. So I don't know, Jay. It seems like a war to me now. AEW and WWE. The rumor is coming up on September 20th. Yeah, right on the head.
20th.
Yes. AEW has All Out planned, and the rumor is WWE is going head to head with a PLE right down the road from Kevin in Indianapolis. And it's not official yet, but the rumor is that's where they're going to have Cena and Brock. We've played this game before, but this is the first time WWE has counter-programmed to AEW pay-per-view. They've done it with NXT before, but now we're going straight head-to-head where you put on your big show, we're putting on our big show. Petty or it's just business, my friends?
A little bit of both.
It's just business. They don't have to beat them in the ratings. They don't. They have to. What they're doing is they're taking over streaming. You're still doing basically an antique pay-per-view model, which UFC is getting rid of now.
Yep.
Like, you're still doing this. Yeah, we're gonna continue streaming, and we'll go against you. It's either you keep up with the times, or you're just gonna be in the curb, and this should be a wake-up call to AEW. It shouldn't be they're taking up. No, wake up, make a deal with Warner Brothers, get on Max, have your own streaming service too. But you're not going to, and that's what WWE is doing.
It's taken 4 years, but you finally fucking said something smart, Joe.
That was a great
Congratulations.
It happened.
Congratulations. Here's my take. In a few short weeks, every Sunday, there's going to be multiple channels that have multiple football games on at the same time. Thank you.
I think there's a second part to that you wanted to say.
Is it unfair?
Are you saying
the Kansas City Chiefs are playing a game the same time? I'm just gonna pick I'm gonna pick a random team. The Jacksonville Jaguars. Is it fair for that? No, it shouldn't be.
Wow, 2 smart comments in 3 minutes, Joe. Way to go.
Bingo.
It was my friend Peter that helped me out. I'm all good.
Well, Kev, you said a little of both though. Talk about the petty side, man. What are you thinking?
I think it's smart. One, get Cena a notch of a previous feud to make a date. It sells, right? It's a mid-market. They'll sell out Gamebridge. I think Fastlane was there when Laura Brett and I went last time, and that was a great one. Cena was there. Cena's going to be there potentially with Brock. I think it's the smart for business, that route. I think the petty, they could have made it maybe the weekend after. They could have maybe made it the weekend before. No, they specifically put it that weekend because they're not that they're anything scared, but they at least acknowledge that people are going to be watching or at least wanting to watch that AEW event. Truly it is. Maybe they need to make like a wrestling red zone, right? So you just pop in. We're gonna go to the almost. I think there might be a finish. Let's zoom into.
We're going live to OVW where Al Snow's in the ring. Yeah,
maybe one of those people with those illegal cheater channels will make one of those. Make one of those up. But if you have 2 TVs. Pimp out your living room. Watch both, right? It's
put one on your fucking phone. Watch
Exactly.
one on your phone and the other on your TV or an iPad or a computer. or whatever.
Yeah.
It's 2025.
Wrestle-
You have options.
Yeah, WrestleMania 4 was counter-programmed with Clash of Champions.
This
It
is
was
what they
free on
do.
TBS. Yeah. So who
Yeah.
gives a fuck, man? This is the movies. This is sports. This is TV. You can watch fucking Seinfeld, or you can watch Big Bang Theory, or you can watch Friends reruns on every other channel at the same time.
Yeah.
Who cares? These are the idiots in the For You section bitching about counter-programming.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
Rest in peace, the For You
Shut
section.
up, Quebec.
I don't know if
That's
they
the
have a
name of
problem
this
with
week's
this
episode. Shut up,
show.
Well, you know what?
I don't know if we
have
want
a
to piss off a
problem
whole
with Quebec.
province.
I have a
Whoa.
problem with Quebec.
Whoa.
Okay. Wow.
I thought that was
Violent.
one of those comb knives for a second before you.
Hey there,
It's not
Johnny.
1991.
Looks like you're gonna
Right.
carve some initials in a tree with that.
Hanging out with the fawns there or something.
Carve
What are you
it.
doing?
Fucking Canada.
Well, if you're in Quebec, make sure you carve it in English and French.
Right. Oui. All right. So yeah, I've kind of started to shift a little bit away from petty because the one thing I always kept going back to is if you are an AEW fan, when it was the NXT shows going head to head, I can't imagine you go, well, NXT's on. I'm not ordering the pay-per-view. I don't think that was a thing. I never thought so. And so maybe it's a smidge more now that it's WWE. Okay, maybe a smidge. But from what I had seen somewhere online, and again, it's always a grain of salt, but the reason WWE wants to do this is they want to dominate the social media conversation. They want to have their show on with their hashtag of WWE Indianapolis and Cena Brock and all these things dominating all over the Twitter and the online atmosphere. And that I could go, okay, that makes sense. I don't think they ever were like taking people's money by going, I'm not going to watch AEW now. If you're an AEW fan, you're going to get it. AEW pay-per-views, probably, let's say they've had 100 pay-per-views. I'd say 99 of them have been well worth the money. So I don't think it's that. I think that made sense to me. The social media conversation, trendings, all those things. I go, okay, you're putting down AEW a peg. You're building your product up even more on that. I get it now. So that's kind of where I see it now.
And now another reason for AEW to get off their backsides and get a streamer, because then you'd have more
they're
casuals.
on Max. They're on Max,
but they're not.
And their pay-per-views are on Amazon.
But you got to pay for them.
Yes, you do.
Right.
If you're paying for a service, like if you can get if you can get rid of their pay-per-view model and put it as a premium live event on HBO Max, because they can play baseball games and like they can do live programming.
They do live sports.
NBA,
so do that.
Amazon's getting NBA this year too.
And then PLEs can be on like, ESPN. And then we can, as a wrestling community, talk about it together. We could go back and forth, have the two things, but AEW is still sticking with their pay-per-views and no one cares about that anymore.
Well, let me ask you this. Maybe it's not their decision to stick with pay-per-views. Maybe there's not a service that wants to pay the money that
that's probably not.
Think about it
you
now.
have to build the product.
Because they're not WWE, that's why.
That's the thing. They're not the family name. Not putting any shade at AEW. We've been on a few Jericho cruises among us. When you see anyone dressed up, are they people dressed up as WWE current or in the past? Or are they dressed up as anyone that you know of that's on AEW roster at any time?
And the one I saw, no. Yeah,
majority
Dom
of the time.
and Goldust and
there might be a few
Rhea.
AEWs that
I don't recall anybody dressing up as. I mean, maybe Young Bucks.
Maybe I don't think
the Young
there
Bucks.
were no Orange Cassidys.
Oh, okay. Yes, there was.
Yeah,
there was,
I mean,
yes,
that's easy.
There was, but like
to put effort.
that guy was just lazy. That's all. He wasn't
to
dressed
put
up.
effort.
Yeah.
Jay, you put it
Sure,
exactly.
guy.
To put effort
into cosplay.
I would say probably a couple hundred people are cosplaying daily
Every
that
time.
you see. All you see is WWE. That's what these services are looking for. They're like, who's going to go represent our network?
Yeah.
You need equity. Your company needs equity to get people to want to spend, to have your company. And Yeah, and it's funny you bring that up, Kev, because I'm literally thinking like Young Bucks were easy to do. You can cut up some t-shirts, get some spandex, and you're square. Orange Cassidy, easy. Maybe some
Darby's
Darby.
easy.
You could do a
do the half
Darby.
face.
Yeah. I mean,
MJF, you just get the fake
The
scarf.
scarf. Yeah. Yeah.
So you can do it if you would put the effort into it.
Not it's if you can do it. I'm saying
if you want to.
People did do it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm more. I think with especially the UFC is ridiculous. 1.1 billion a year for 7 years. What's the WWE one?
It's close to that.
It's 500 million a year.
So okay, so $500 million. I can't like AEW maybe is 150 million.
Yeah.
I think their deal that they just re-signed was maybe 200 a year, maybe 150, but it was obviously nowhere near
right.
What UFC and WWE are doing. But look, man, they're on Max as it is. They'd be and Max does live sports, like Brian said. They're working with NASCAR now, and the alternate cameras, which are the ones that are in the cars, are all on Max. Like every driver's on Max.
Oh, that's cool.
While the main broadcast is Fox or TNT or NBC or whoever it is. They're getting NBA this year along with NBC and whoever else. Like it can be done. They should be doing it, but like Joe said, they're not going to.
Yeah. All right. We only have just a few moments left.
Right.
Does anybody have a spot of the week?
All of SmackDown.
Dragon Lee backflip to AJ Styles clash on Dom.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
And all of SmackDown.
I had Peter Z Hut saving the wedding. No,
is that a meat lover?
Was a huge highlight Friday night.
It was. Let's talk about all of SmackDown.
They kept replaying it over and over.
I did have Javon Evans though on NXT. Boy, that kid, he basically did a stinger splash, but instead of hitting the guy in the ring, he jumped over the turnbuckle and did a splash to somebody. And he did it so nonchalantly, like it wasn't like he was against the opposite turnbuckle and like full sprinted. It's like halfway across the ring, he decided, all right, I'm just gonna jump out the ring and splash a guy. It's crazy. I love that kid. Kev? What anyone for you?
It's kind of maybe it's not even a spot of the week. It's almost like I was annoyed with it slightly, and it just kept on being in my mind when it was CM Punk and LA Knight talking to each other, and then you hear Heyman. You heard CM Punk like 4 times. I wasn't finished. Oh,
before Heyman came out, yeah.
Though, like when Heyman said, came out and did a little interrupting.
Wait, you think that was real?
I don't know. And that's the type
the
of thing
best part.
That's the type of
best part.
No, that's the type of thing like with Unreal. Like I don't want it to be like 4 months from now. Ooh, that was all in the plan. Like I loved it because you literally saw CM Punk,
I guess,
look so pissed, and then it kind of flowed through. It kind of made me like think for a while, like, ooh, is that real? Is he really pissed? But that was in my mind for a while after that happened.
Beautiful. All right. That'll call it a day for us, my friends. For Jason, Kevin, and Joe, I'm Brian. It's youtube.com/That Wrestling Podcast, at That WrestlePod for social media, and whatamaneuver.net for merchandise. As always, enjoy wrestling. We will talk to you next week.
Hello?
Thanks for listening. Follow That WrestlePod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
1